I do? Obviously, after I got over the crying and underneath my bed covers forever, I was like,
Did
you
you
know
have
what,
ice cream as well to comfort yourself? Or like
everything,
comfort
ice
food?
cream, chocolate, the most, everything that was possible for me to do in terms of comfort eating. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it.
Yes.
Um, yeah. So when I got over that period, obviously, when I say I would say fully, I was like, okay, I still had a mentality that I still want to do well in life, and I can't allow that current situation to now dictate what happens for the rest of my life. So I had to think about what are my options. So
Mm.
I still had my part-time job. So I was working in Boots the Chemist. So that was my income at the
Hmm.
time. And I thought, okay, looking for jobs, I was seeing what they were asking for, and in terms of grades, and nobody was asking for third class degrees. Nobody was asking for that. So I'm like, okay, I need to do something. Yeah. So one of the first things that I did was I did a course at the time. What was the company called? It was like an access course. I'll just call it an access course. It was one
Hmm.
of those ones when you come into a center, maybe like 3 days a week, and it was focused at the time. I'm still doing IT because
Yeah.
IT and computing was the initial route that I was taking.
Yeah.
So I did an access course where I was learning about programming languages, just to enhance what I did in college as well. So just to get some other accreditations on my CV to bump up that there's other ways to show what I can do. So that was the very
Okay.
first thing that I did. Um, it was it feels like it's so long ago. The name of the company's gone out of my head, but yeah, basically an access course to bump
So,
up my.
so is that so you have to pay for the course?
Yes, I paid for the course. Yeah, out of
You've
my.
now paid for a degree and you paid for a course. Actually, question: did you get student loan?
In the my first year, the very first course that I did, but the other ones I didn't. No,
So how did you sustain yourself
I worked hard. As I mentioned, I worked at Boots,
the whole
and
way through uni? You
yeah,
never.
throughout the whole of uni, I worked through. I was actually situated at the time. My base store was in Green Park, but the good thing about Boots is you could apply to any store that was in your locale. So when I was at Kingston University, I could go to any store and just say to them, "Do you need anyone to do extra hours?" And then I'll just turn up and just sign in my number. So when I
Wow.
finished university, I'll go there. All the hours that were available. When I came back to London and I was, with my mum, any store that was available, I would go there because I wanted to. I had no choice. I needed to save the money up to ensure that I can get through university and pay for all my courses. So yeah, tough.
Cool.
Yeah,
Little interjections. Right. So now we're at the training course. You're paying for it, doing it
yep,
3 days a week, part time working at Boots.
yep.
So okay, so now just to bring everyone in, for those that have just joined in. So we're talking about someone that was born in Hackney, to went to public school, went through, did okay at GCSE, A levels, bit shaky, did a BTEC, then went to university, had a fantastic time at all of the clubs, doing her thing, and then lo and behold, she gets the third grade, the third. And some people think, what's the third? You can get first class, second class. Let's call it the third for now. And that's now relegated her plan A. So now, after eating cookies, junk food, hiding under the cover, she now decides that she wants to now go and do a training course to push herself, which is 3 days a week, which she now has to pay for again, in the hope to become what? What at this stage? What did you want to become? What kind of job were you looking for? Because you always talk about computer science now. So, did you want to be a software engineer? Like, what was the plan?
Yeah, software engineers exactly was what I was aiming towards, in terms of IT support and stuff like that. So network support, that was the route that I was going in. So yeah, that's what I did. That was the plan basically to do that course and end up with that type of role.
Cool. So you did that course for how long?
So the course was it was like a year, just maybe about 9 months, actually. Sorry, yeah, about 9 months.
Cool. So what happens next, work wise? When do you transition?
So one of the things that company did was when you did that course, they would put you in a job placement or some sort of experience job, whether they could either pay you or they may not pay you, depending. I ended up getting into one that they did pay me. So I ended up working for a company called Group M, that was based in Holborn, and I was working as first line support in IT. So I did that for about a year. That was the contract that I had. And for me, it was good. I liked it. At the same time, it was tough.